Hello. I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. I already ate lunch, so it's kind of like my afternoons at this point. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I keep seeing like, oh my gosh. Rory and Xander sitting in a tree, close being spied on by Percy. Hi, Glitch. Hi, Spec. Hi, Shanks. Hi, Sin. Hi, Angel. Hi, Seth. Hello, Glitch. Hi, Slam. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing? Hey, Smara. Hello. Hi, Cashews. Hello. Good morning, Cheese. Good morning. I was pretty close to not stream today because I was like, am I like fully tired? But the thing is that I don't have any projects going on. So in my brain, I'm like, okay, I have nothing to do. My projects are all done. I managed to finish everything within the last week anyway, just so I'm able to do lots of roleplay stuff. So I'm pretty much as free as a bird right now. And I thought, why not? Let's do the recap, because I don't think the recap's gonna take long anyway. If anything, I might do probably just maybe like, what, 4 hours? Good morning, my beautiful sister. I'm currently making an AU of what if Starfish is me. I saw when you said Rory was an ST, I was like thinking, would she be an ST? But then again, like, yeah, she would. She would, because she's a bartender. She would be a bartender because she was a barmaid in, what was it? At the Gourd. So it would make sense that she would be a bartender, and she was up to do crime by collecting relics and doing illegal stuff, having to keep them and wear them and use them. And the fact that the Navy didn't even get around to find her was insane, by the way. Because it was very, very obvious. Right, yeah. Yeah, she is definitely the opposite of Elise, where Elise is definitely the we'll follow rules, we'll stick by the rules. Rory is like, nah, man, if I can get relics so I can cheat death, I'll gladly do it. Even if you don't have any projects, your brain is still thinking that you do. Yeah, it's sometimes that, but at the same time, I am just enjoying streaming anyway. So because I'm enjoying streaming, I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna keep at it. Let's keep at it. Plus, it's been a while since we've done a Just Chatting portion or segment or stream at all. So again, that's why we're doing all of this. We're having to do the recap and having to tell you guys what made me choose the name Rory, the name Starfish, why she looked the way she looks, why her backstory is her backstory. Granted, her backstory is bare bones. And by bare bones, I mean the barest of bones. You can barely see any bones to hold structure for it because I didn't think of anything regarding her backstory. Genuinely, really. Me exploiting the ring of 7 deadly sins to effectively be immortal. But the problem with it though is the, what was it? The damage that you take. That was my issue with the 7 deadly sins ring because it was incredibly bugged. At the time, I had to die and take it off and I never got around to level it up. So I wasn't fully immortal. Plus, the wings, the angel wings, as much as they look good, are very, very disruptive. When, let's just say, having to be close quarters with people and having to watch something important, like an important scene, an important, trying to find the word, plot line, there you go. They are so bright. They are incredibly bright. As much as it looks very pretty, even Viora said that it was very pretty and gorgeous. She took a picture and enjoyed my singing while I was just fishing by the front of the gourd. Still, there is no meat on these ribs, just bone. There aren't even bones, bro. There aren't even bones. I'm not even kidding. I would lie down perfectly still when down and hold left click to die while immortality was in effect and just revive right in front of my dead body. Oh my god. Very distracting they are, incredibly. I just thought Rory was a descendant of Patrick. No. Okay, so it first initially happened when I was preparing for my 50-hour stream celebration. And everyone in the Perez server, everyone in the Perez family server, were discussing about going and joining into LAMPAS. And I thought like, oh, I want to join in. It seems pretty fun. And it was all roleplay and stuff. And I thought to myself, okay, I just got out of Cadence. I think having to do minimal roleplay would be something I'd do. And when they heard that I was joining, they're like, oh my gosh, since like the Perez family are going to be there, how about we're all like the same family line or something? Not really the same family line, but like we're all the same family. So the last name that they made was Starfish. And I was like, oh, okay. Starfish. I was thinking like, what could sound well with that name? And they said, okay, we're gonna name our characters from colors. So Rory, in what was it? In a meaning, the meaning of Rory is the Red King or the Red Ruler, I think is their name. And I thought, like, yeah, you know what? That seems kind of cool. It has the red in it, so I'll name her Rory, and that begins my original character named Rory Starfish, which was very fast and easy. And I just put that in there, going like, okay, her name is Rory Starfish. I wasn't even thinking of any backstory. And when I was doing my 50-hour stream, and it was very close to the opening of LAMPAS, I went on ahead. Okay, I have to draw her really quickly. So in the 50-hour stream, you guys were able to see me actually draw her from start to finish. And I just found like a skin at one of the Minecraft websites, and I just based it off my character from that, just so that I didn't have any issues looking through skins or something. So that's what I did. I looked at a couple of skins first, thought like, okay, which one has the color red in it? There's a lot, but there were only a few that probably would have matched, like a fisher plus having to wear normal clothes, because the rest were all regal. And I had to choose like the most minimalist one I could possibly find. And thankfully I did. So I based it off on the Minecraft skin and made a character out of that. And just slapped the name Rory. That was all I did for her. Minimal, says the main character. No, I'm anything but the main character, bro. I'm anything but the main character. Everyone else is the main character. I'm just there. Our plan to only just be there. So that was how I made her. Along with the name, along with the character design and everything. It was truly minimal effort with barely anything I could have done. Because I really was not thinking on what my character would be. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. I got my coffee. Yay. But yeah, it was so minimal. I didn't even think of her backstory. The only backstory I even managed to like pull was that she's a black sheep of the family. That was all I could like maybe pull out, because I didn't want to interact with a lot of people at the start-ish, even with the sisters. That was my plan, just so I was just able to play Minecraft and have minimal connections. Just so if I feel like I'm tired and I didn't want to continue, and because I was just doing Cadence RP, I could just leave. I could just leave. And no one would know the wiser. That was my initial thought. That was also the reason why I chose fisheries. I looked at all the factions while I was already in the server, because Macy invited me in, I think 4 days before. And I looked at all the factions 2 days before the server opened, and I thought, okay, which one is the most chill, comfy, and I don't need to do jack shit on? And I saw the fisheries, and I immediately went, all right, that's my faction. I'm not gonna do anything but fish, because all I'm gonna do is fish, get money, eat some food, maybe go on adventures. That's it. That was my original plan. Also, welcome in, Ace. How you doing? Babe. Just a fisher that did more than fish, bro. I didn't plan on making her like a paladin. she's like a bruiser or something in the Starfish, like the Starfish sisters, along with like Xanthi. Xanthi's just like the little tiny revenge seeker that she is, in comparison to Maeve, who is a scaredy cat. Blossom doesn't fight because she's part of the nunnery. So truly, only Rory and Xanthi were probably the only ones that took up arms, or were able. Oh, sorry. Were able to take up arms when needed. But yeah, I did not plan her to be a bruiser at all. Fisher with the meanest right hook. Oh, Chris should never be a background character, bro. Stop. I genuinely didn't like. It was so bare bones. We didn't even. Like, it was so bare bones, we didn't even talk about the backstory that is why she was the black sheep. I just did that so I'm able to not talk as much to a lot of people, but, like, just have at least some level of difference with backstories, I'd say. Until she started getting involved in having to talk to people. I think she got a lot of involvement because she worked at the Gourd at first. Because she got to meet Koda's character E-Boy, who then asked Rory to work with her, because there is no one else working at the Gourd at the moment on the first day. So he went on and asked, like, hey, can you like work here, because there's no one else here. And so she's like, all right, sure, I got nothing else to do. And I thought, like, okay, I feel like E-Boy is just gonna be working here more, and I would be the one working less, because I don't plan on having to be here 24/7 or be online on this Minecraft server for a lot of the time. But yeah, our roles were pretty much reversed. E-Boy was just out adventuring, and Rory was the one tending to the Gourd most of the time. I think like, what, 70% of the time it was Rory, yeah. Yeah, I thought at first, oh cool, only a few hour Minecraft stream. I'm gonna have a fun time clipping this to only see 7 to 14 hour boss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Spec. Born to fish, forced to crack skulls. It truly was that, yeah. If you built a sandcastle, would you be my queen? No. That wouldn't, no. If I built a sandcastle, I'd be the architect. There's a difference. Yeah, welcome in, Mike. A nice 9-to-5 job. Lol, fair. Yeah, it was a 9-to-5 job for Spec having to clip a lot of things. How's the pay? The pay for it was pretty decent. She get paid, I think, like, what, 2-3 days after, and I think it was all the accumulating times that she was also active at the time. But honestly, like, you know the romance that she had? Which, again, I didn't think would happen. I was ready to, like, disconnect at any time. I was ready to not, like, have anything connected for her at all. I was just there to fish, bro. I was there to fish until she got tangled up with everything else, to the point that there was a romance, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. And that made me, like, go on a lot more, because she is, like, an integral part for another character's storylines. So I'm thinking, what happens if she disappears? Like, that would probably, like, be damaging for the other person who is kind of having this organic, like, relationship with her, with a thing. But I think the thing that surprised me definitely was how organic it was. And how sad I am that I wasn't able to show it off as well. Because when it happened, I was offline. It was when I finished classes and I wanted to hop on in just so I'm able to do some, some Minecraft things, some fish a little bit, and maybe like do a little bit of work at the side. That was what I was planning to do. But like that interaction happened, I think, so well. It was so organically done well that it clicked in my head that like, wait, this is kind of cute, and I feel like there's something there that could be built upon. And in my brain, I thought like, I doubt this will turn into anything. And then slowly and surely, it turned into something. Like gravitational wise, like both of our characters, like both mine and Drew's characters, when they're both in the same room, they were just immediately drawn to each other. I'm not even kidding. It was like the most funniest thing I've ever gotten around to witness. Like funny in a very cute way where I was thinking like, damn, I'm not even like doing anything at this point. Like the story just writes itself. Told you you'll fish yourself a lover, bro. Shipper brain. Yeah, my shipper brain was like going full force when that interaction happened. Because it really all started when Xander gave Rory that housewarming gift. If they didn't give that housewarming gift, there wouldn't be anything at all. It really wouldn't be anything at all, is what I thought. But it happened, and it slowly built upon everything else. Like, it was the starting foundation for how the romance arc would have happened. And I thought to myself after, thinking like, if something does happen between these two, I have to build something. By build something, I have to make a backstory, like, properly. So I kind of added into things like, oh, she's a black sheep of the family. Because, like, her dreams weren't supported by her mom and dad, because her mom and dad, they were, like, the strict type of parents. And same goes with the rest of her sisters. That's the reason why a lot of them were either scared growing up, or scared having to do a lot of things, or rebellious to the point that it got so extreme. To the extreme being like, oh, Rory left when she was, like, at the age of 20. And just started doing petty crimes because she did not have any... Oh, sorry. Just having to choke a bit. She was doing petty crimes at the start because she did not have any funds. She had a little bit of few, but she just kept, like, hopping and going, trying to survive until she did get a job, fixed her life a little bit, and rented, like, a little tiny apartment, to then earning a lot more, to the point that it got her a cruise to LAMPAS. So she's a very hard worker. She is rebellious. And despite everything, she does have a pretty, like, good moral compass. Yeah. She's not, like, insanely evil. It's because she grew up but with just herself. She truly just went on ahead to raise herself instead. And she always somewhat wondered why her family never got around to, like, find her. But in a way, this is her understanding. That's why, what was it? I kept saying that she was very selfless when having to let go of Xander to go out to sea. It's because her entire life she's been selfish. She left home. She did her own adventure. She survived on her own. She made choices only for herself because that was the thing that kept her to survive at the time. And for her to do the most selfless thing is probably the first time she'll ever be able to do it. And she did it to the person that she loves the most. So, yay for her. It all started with Xander giving us her... So if things played out a little differently, she could have been a criminal. Yeah, if things played out a little differently in her backstory, she really could have been a criminal. She would have been, like, a manipulator, definitely. She would have been a manipulator. She would have been someone who would still keep doing crimes. But in a way, she wanted to still make her parents, like, proud. And that was her driving force to keep doing better at the things that she did. So when she did those petty crimes, she stopped when she finally, like, got a job. Because she wanted to somehow let her name be known enough that her parents would see that, oh, what she's doing is actually, like, helpful for her. Let's not, like, force her to be in this bubble that we're trying to force her in for a very long time. Would have been pretty good since she was good at digging up... She is. Yeah, she is. She's really good at digging up info. She knows how to play dumb when she has to be. And she knows when to just stand idle listening into some things. Because, you know, could have been an info. They really could have been. Plus, she works as a barmaid. She works as a bartender or something in the gourd. So if she wants to get information, she can just keep talking to people. That's why she was very easy to like talk to as well. It's because she learned that in her years of just exploring the world. Would have been a pretty interesting plot, yeah. But I really didn't want to push anything. Is also another thing. I really could have made her into an info broker if I wanted to. But my main source was just wanting to fish and not doing anything crazy. Because if I start doing anything crazy, I'm just gonna exert way too much RP effort. And I went through 2 already. So if maybe I didn't went through 2 RP sessions within like what? The last 6 months, I probably would have gotten around to do the info broker type of thing. And having to maybe use it for blackmail. Honestly, she would have went to the merchants and could have sold that information to Conrad and Crowley. She really would have. If she was the criminal that I wanted her to be, she would definitely use that to her advantage. But she just kept all of that information to herself and just asked around and talked to her sisters or something. I mean, you almost went back to doing paperwork for the Oh my god, yes! Yes! Yes, oh my goodness. Would you guys believe me if I said that I was very close to going to the Navy? I was this close because I was thinking like, okay, I just got out of PD and I'm still kind of like PD brained. Do I go to the Navy and just do like police work again, but like for the Marines? Until like I stopped myself saying, okay, I've done like very heavy stuff and I've done a 9 to 5 for what was it, for the fisheries. I don't want to do another 9 to 5, but this time like PD, but in a different flavor. I didn't want to do that. So I went to do the fisheries because it's a more calmer life. Why do I come back in here? I use it for blackmail. It's because that's what Orly did. That's what Orly did. Not really blackmail, but Orly was really, really good at getting information because people didn't think that she would be the type of person to just get that information and give it to authorities. And Rory would be the same type of person where she would be amazing at gathering info. But rather than giving it to the authorities, she would give it to other people for money. And especially with money having to be scarce in LAMPAS, she really would have done it if I wanted to do the info broker type of like storyline. But I was just too exhausted with role-playing that I'm like, I'm just gonna fish, man. I'm just gonna keep this information and just tell it to like Maeve or something. Hello, Cursive. What's up, Andre? Hello. I'm just happy to do recaps of my girl. Because I was talking to them how I started my character Rory and how she came to be until her storyline at this point. So yeah, we're just doing some yappenings. She would have been stuck behind the desk forever. Yes, she really would have been. She, like, I'm not kidding. If I was part of the Navy, I would have done like daily reports every day. I would have been the type of Navy that would ask around, gather information, write like 10 billion reports, and give it to the Admiral. So like if the Admiral is gone for the entire day, I would have an entire report system to tell them like, this is what happened, this is what I knew, this is what I got, and this is all of the events that happened, and what are suspicious, what is not. Like I would have written like so many paperwork just to keep up with the character thing, but I'm like, no, I'm tired. Even though my entire model is giving, right, that my character is an angel who is what was it? Medical, like a medical person at a war. That's technically her entire design motif. But I was like thinking, nah, I would have like a custom skin made, and I don't think I have the time. It's like 2 days until the LAMPAS RP starts. I'm like, I'm just gonna go crazy with like just fishing. So I really could have also went to the Navy. I really, really would have. And I would have taken it seriously the same way as Elise would have as well. I would have been somewhat of a fun type of Navy though. I wouldn't be the serious. I think if Rory would ever be part of Navy, she would have a whimsy, happy-go-lucky type of personality outside, but on the inside, she is very hardworking and usually very silent. And hard to approach maybe. She puts on the happy-go-lucky things when she needs to get information or want to know a lot of things. What's the equivalent of 10-4 for the Navy? I have no idea, actually. Aye, sir. Yar, Captain. I was writing the report for the ball. Yeah, bro. Oh my god, having to write the report for the ball, it would have been like Oh my goodness. It would have been so one-to-one to what happened, because that's how my reports usually go. So these reports would have been so funny to read, low-key. Really? Imagine like one day there was just, what was it, the event at the ball where she just writes, okay, so I'm seeing about like these many couples roll in. And I think to myself, wow, there are a lot of people that are having couples. I'm so sad and lonely. I don't know. I don't know. Evil police are the most goated job ever. It really depends. It really depends. I don't know. I feel like in a different lifetime, I really would have chosen the Navy, and would have been another serious Navy personnel. That's part of the thing, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think I remember, what was it? Drew asking as well, like, if I didn't choose the fisheries, what would I go for? And I went Navy. I went, yeah, Navy. It had to be. It just had to be Navy. Because I got out freshly from Cadence RP from PD, so if I want to use my PD stuff, I really would have used it for the Navy. That's why my reaction, like my internal reaction to the, what was it? To the court case was like so baffled, is because in my brain, my PD brain, like Elise was talking at that point, when they were talking about like, oh, these were the things that happened, this was that, and this was that, and they're not providing any evidences, and what they're talking about are only reasonable suspicion, not probable cause. And this has been drilled into me because of how much I've really taken the PD stuff seriously at Cadence. Which is a good reference, by the way. For any, I think, like, what was it? Governing authority type of role you want to do. It is good because it bases off of, like, what the real law is, but at the same time, you kind of make it loose a little bit enough just so you're able to have fun with it. Which is really nice. But yeah, that was the reason why my reaction for the entire court case was definitely, like, just baffling. Like, I was, like, internal me was baffled beyond belief having to hear it. But Rory doesn't know all of this, like, stuff. So that's why she didn't get any, like, say. She didn't get any say of, like, what should the court case be done. Again, this is the reason why everything I talk about is above the table. Everything I do is above the table. Not above the table. Everything, like, I gather information on is, like, above the table. I play out the role that I have to play out, which is, oh, Rory doesn't know this information, so she has to, like, be dumb about this. And not know it. Like, if I know that, oh, in this scenario, she's going to, like, die, but she doesn't know that there's this type of risk, she still goes anyway. Like, that is the type of thing that makes, I think, a lot of the roleplay stuff fun. And that's why I don't want to know the ending of RP, or, like, the storyline of LAMPAS, or the plotline of it, is so that I can have a genuine reaction to the character that I get around to play. And even if I do know it above the table, I will try my best to act it out as well. We gotta get this girl into just being a lawyer or a paramedic or That's why if I'm gonna do another GTA thing, I'm just gonna be EMS, man. Gonna be EMS, I'm gonna write reports. Right, character dying, not possible. Oh my goodness. I was planning to somewhat, like, let her just die, like, off screen at some point. Like, if I was feeling as though that I had so much responsibilities, like IRL, I was thinking, like, okay, I'm just gonna let Rory die in story permanently and just leave it as it is, because I'm like too busy. But I was able to handle both the RP and classes very well enough that I was able to, you know, do both. But then the VTuber who does GTRP and is an angel and is a doctor character gonna get me mixed up. Right, OCs can't stray away from the ocean, huh? Yeah. They're all from the ocean or something, man. Like the Elise fucking bug or something where she looked at the cameras and then just got transferred and teleported into the fucking island. Oh my god, it was so funny. She died at sea, technically. She got teleported into the back rooms. And then for Orly, it's more of a sad thing because, you know. Meanwhile, for Rory, it's because she just fished. She didn't really drown or anything. She just fished. That was all it is. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah. I guess the big thing was definitely her having to be part of the fisheries and also having a romance. And I think that romance having to somehow ground Drew's character Xander as well, in a way. Because, again, if it wasn't for Xander having to give her the housewarming gift, the romance wouldn't have blossomed anyway. Like, she would have still be working at the tavern or at the gourd, But I think she would have left to work at Fishbait with her sister when it was finally growing to help her out. Because she kept going and seeing to Fishbait as it kept growing. So my entire VODs would show like my character Rory just going to Fishbait every other time just to see it grow and keep growing and keep growing. Like every day there were like new changes for Fishbait and it was just so fun to see. But it all started with just the coping. We were stuck at the restaurant for so long, we brought the restaurant. We brought the restaurant for so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for the pat, Mika. Fishbait changing everything. Yes, it was so fun to see. Like the character development for Fishbait was so nice. Yeah, it was so nice. It was so good. I love seeing the evolution of Fishbait. And it got to the point that it got recognized by the architect and the admin. That even the architect and admin were just there fishing. We were both like, oh my goodness. They liked the place. Because Harry or Muse said that, oh, I went to like make a ticket just so that I can make a little tiny shack called Fishbait because, you know, something cute and adorable. Rather than it being small, it became the biggest thing because slowly it was like, okay, it's kind of like a fishing hub to then having a kitchen restaurant. After kitchen restaurant, it went to like an underground base for like the sisters. And then after having an underground base for the sisters, everybody just slowly came in to the point that we had to expand the docks up until the few couple sides. And other than that, there were also rooms underneath for those that need refuge from LMI due to the flooding crisis. So we had to do that last minute. And then after that, ships were just going to and fro to the point that like Captain Seamus's boat was just in the middle of it. That Maeve was like, bro, can you stop like putting it in front? We'll make a dock for you. And then the dock was made. The last edition as well, having to be just the little tiny was a confession tree or something. I still have no idea what to call it. Mom! Yeah. It evolved to like so much. Yeah, it became a central hub. It became like the what was it? It became the grand hub for like a lot of people. Like, you know how Monster Hunter has a grand hub for all hunters to visit and just, you know, joke around, go crazy, have fun. That is technically what Fishbait became to be, which was so fun. The tree on the left was such a beautiful. It is. It's such a beautiful spot. Oh my god. It's such a beautiful spot, and I think what's the funniest part of that as well is because Rory. Okay, the reason why that spot was ever made is because Rory asked to like make a little tiny pier for her. She was thinking of like, okay, like a little cottage pier or something, nothing too crazy. Like maybe like a little tiny spot just for her to like fish because there were like so many fishing spots, but some of them were already like taken for some people or everyone else's favorite spots. So she wanted to like, okay, I want to have something for myself because I kind of live here anyway, half enough I live here. And like Harry kind of misunderstood it and thought like, oh, okay, I'll make a spot for you, a romantic spot. And it wasn't even supposed to be a romantic spot technically, but it became like a romantic spot. And soon after that romantic spot was made, there were at least like 3 people that confessed their like love for each other under that tree. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, homie, this is supposed to be just a fishing spot. This was supposed to be a confessional like place for lovers to like, you know, confess their undying love for each other. And it became like a thing. It became a thing for the like the last 2 days, bro. No longer a tree GG's, yeah, bro. It was supposed to be like a kind of waiting spot. It was gonna be a type of waiting spot. Like I think Drew was surprised that Rory would have requested that. But the thing with Rory is that she, even though she has never got to experience like romantic love, you can tell that she is very dedicated and loyal. But that's only because she grew up with siblings. She grew up with siblings that she loves very much. And even though like some of her siblings fight, even though she fights with them, like her love for them is like such a great example for how I guess she would treat like her love interest, which is just dedication, loyalty, kindness, and generosity. Which is like, it's the purest type of love you could probably. She loves unconditionally, is the best way that I could say, and like it's rewarding I think for both, where that unconditional love is something to be treasured. Is what I'd say. Yeah, that's the one. Had a whole romance track to themselves. That's insane, bro. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I genuinely didn't think that the romancing would be such a crucial like storyline for her. But it also made her like stronger in a way too, because what was it? Because she was planning to leave the gourd at some point to help her sister work at Fishbait, and the reason why she didn't leave is because of, well, let's just say that she harbored feelings and had a crush on somebody, even though she didn't know that she had a crush on somebody in there. I'm not kidding when I say that these two, like Xander and Rory, would like hover towards each other when they're in the same room. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. It is such a crucial part of how they were like able to have that romance. For some reason, they just hovered near each other when they're in the same room. The Rhea has an unloyal character. I'm gonna wonder what happened to my streamer. I made sure that a lot of my characters are loyal. Like, truly, truly loyal. Like, even if my character's a crim, she would be loyal to the organization that she's with. Like, you would have to torture my character to get information about her gang. And she would rather die than give that information. She is just that loyal. I want to make sure that all of my characters have that level of loyalty where it's loyal to a fault. That would definitely, like, curse them and all that stuff. What about the cafe? Here's the thing. Half of that cafe are criminals. Half of that cafe are criminals, bro. Like, the one that won her loyalty was Marcus. Because they were the only ones that, like, actually, like, cared for them and felt bad for them when she got kidnapped. Like, the first thing that she found out when the Cat Cafe employees there, when she found out that it was them, like, I think Sunny's character kept saying, like, oh, if you talk about this, we're going to kill you. Like, that, like, are you telling me that that's gonna win her loyalty? No. That is not gonna win her loyalty. She's being threatened to her life. So, she definitely gave her loyalty to PD rather than those at the Cat Cafe. And same goes for Elise with her family at PD, where she would gladly put her life on the line, risk her own life, just so that her PD family can live and be happy. Like, she would sacrifice herself very often if it means to guarantee their safety. Same goes with Rory. The reason why I guess she's like a paladin or a bruiser and why she goes to the front line most of the time is because she wants to make sure that her sisters and the people that she cares about can live through the next day without any issues. So even if she does end up having scars, getting wounds, getting downed, she'll brush it off knowing that if she does end her life today because it was out of her control or she has to sacrifice herself, she would gladly do so because she loves her family that much. Yeah, it's true. Like, whenever Rory leaves an area Xander is at, he usually follows not too long after. I think, like, you could tell in, like, some parts of my streams as well, in a way. Like, some parts of my streams would show that Xander would just be at, like, a peripheral there you go, peripheral view at some point. Like, my character would, like, gaze around, and then for some reason, Xander's at the corner. So they kind of do hover to each other in a way. The bar is a prime example. Yeah, the bar is a prime example. Like, out of anywhere that they could have maybe be, like, you know, at the room, there are, like, at least a few blocks next to each other. Which was insane, by the way. I didn't even get around to notice it until I think I watched the footage back of, like, a few days ago. Rory leaves to meet the Navy. Xander follows 1 minute after. Oh my god. It's so funny and cute though, honestly. Like, their love story was the slowest burn I've ever gotten around to witness. And also just act and play. But because of Drew's character Xander's what was it? Storyline or priorities and their arc, that made it the slowest burn that you will ever get around to see. But it was so satisfying though, definitely. I think having to have, like, proper organic development made her very much, like, made the story very much more fulfilling, especially by the end, right? Especially by the end. Claims, I'm only here for the information, sure, bro. I'm only here for the information, sure, bro. On God, man. It was definitely, like, very, very fun to play out. Like, it probably, like, would be ranked 1 for the most fun I've ever gotten around to roleplay. But because it was not only just romance, it was getting my character to be involved in a lot of things as well. To the point that if she wasn't there for Maeve, I think Maeve would have gotten to be a lot more dimmer. She wouldn't have gotten around to be more brave as well. But at the same time, it was also Maeve's own development that pushed her to being who she is at the same time. Like, I'm happy that Rory is definitely, like, she isn't a main character. She is definitely a person that will elevate a person's character higher. And that is what she is to her sisters, to Xander, to Captain Seamus, and to everybody that she got around to meet. I like it when my characters are the type that elevates other characters into a much better spot. Especially when it saves them, or when it involves them directly, or helps them directly or indirectly, because it feels nice. It feels nice having to be that. Having to elevate, like, other people for things. I feel the sisters definitely needed each other. Yeah, the sisters really, really needed each other. And Rory was definitely the most logical one along with Maeve, because Blossom was just blinded by, what was it? Blinded by the faith, blinded by her beliefs. Meanwhile, Maeve is scared, but not only scared, she is hard-headed, she's stubborn, and is scared at the same time, but when she makes up her mind, she doesn't change it until proven otherwise. And Rory, being the middle child that she is, she's definitely like the mediator. Like, most of the time, she's the mediator. Mediator and babysitter. Put some cat ears on that boy, and owner's collar. What the fuck? That's called abandoned pet syndrome. That's insane, bro. That's crazy. What the hell? So yeah, it is honestly like very, very like fun to got around to experience the story arc and storyline for my character. I really wasn't thinking that she would get around to be this involved with another person or other like people's characters as well, but she did in a way. Like, she befriended Winona, she befriended the Chancellor, she befriended Cam, she befriended at least a few more of the LMI, she befriended Batala, she befriended Bluefish Guy, who then connected Bluefish Guy to Batala, which then the Bluefish Guy became part of the LMI. So, like, these indirect things that she was able to do, putting other characters into different places, was just so fun to see. It's just really, really fun. But yeah, it's definitely like really, really amazing to see the character arcing storyline. There, my dogs are going insane. She even would discipline him. Oh my goodness. Like, what was it? Like, Xander is definitely like giving himbo vibes energy. Who would immediately go on to just throw his trident to the nearest like opposing thing if it ever pissed him off. And Rory is the grounded type of character that would just rein him in and say like, no, don't do that. We're not gonna commit a war crime out of nowhere. Oh, but it's so cute though. I really love their like storyline, their romance arc. It's so fucking cute, bro. Like, the most that I've gotten around to like kick my feet and shit. And I watched like my royal nemesis. I watched my royal nemesis, and that got me around to like kick my feet and shit. But yeah, it's just so nice having to see it grow from like a little tiny crush to then slowly hovering towards each other, to them thinking that like oh, this won't mean anything, to then like actually meaning something, meaning everything, to then using that feeling to push them forward into what they want to do. Like, it is such like amazing development. Like, I'm just surprised with the development. That's the thing. I didn't think that this organic thing would become like such a like amazing romantic subplot along with like the main story that's happening. And the main story as well was so interesting to happen that I think in a way it ending the way that it does, where everyone gets to be free to make their own choices and to make their own lives, and them only having like one life moving forward, was such a good ending. And here's the thing as well, chat. It was 50-50. It was indeed 50-50 until it was someone donated. Yeah, someone donated to the good ending very last minute, and it won by I think $100. So it was 50-50 until the last second, until someone donated about $100, and that's how we got the good ending. So we really didn't know what was gonna happen. And I made sure to not know whether or not it was indeed a good ending or a bad ending until I think after the fact. So it was pretty good. Andrea, what's your wisdom on fireworks safety? Stay away from fireworks. That's all I can say. If you're planning to do any fireworks shows, then I recommend to not be close to it. Good ending stays better when you work for it. That's what you did. That's what y'all did for all of us. Oh my goodness. Bad ending 3 that died would have lived. Yeah, the bad ending of the 3 would have died. No, they would have not died. They would have lived. They'll put it in your mouth after lighting it. Yeah. Oh my god. I will say though, if the bad ending did happen and Xander didn't come home, like I had an entire spiel for my character to talk to Seamus about things if Seamus was also like alive. If they were not alive, like both of the captains, like both Seamus and Xander died because like that was a bad ending probably. I still don't know what the bad ending would have been for their characters. I didn't get around to know. But for the bad ending for my girl, it really wouldn't be considered as a bad ending. I don't want to like end it off as a bad ending. Like the bad ending was that she never got around to have that romance or have a fulfilled life with this person that she loved the most. But the bad ending meaning that she gets to live through it. That's the bad ending that she would definitely have. But her motives for pushing forward. Finally caught you live. Hello, Captain. Hi. I'm just talking about how like if it was the bad ending, this would be what would happen. So okay. So if my character caught your character at a spot where where they both could just talk one-on-one, like she would have given like so much of herself to rant, to vent about it. And the thing that she was going to definitely vent to your character about it, if your character was alive on this bad ending. I don't know if you planned on like killing off Seamus as well at the bad ending or something. I don't even know if like Drew was planning on killing Xander or some shit. But like, bro was out to sea and anything could have happened. So, okay. So if it did happen, she would have talked to Seamus if he was alive. If not Seamus, then Maeve. Those two specifically. But yeah, if he didn't come back, she would have been incredibly struck with grief. But it wouldn't stop her from doing the right thing moving forward. Like, she would have gone through the front line, she would have gone through the war, she would have gone through the entire story arcing line. And whether or not, like, the sea takes them or that they were given that freedom, they were given the choice of being free, but without him, it would have, like, crushed her. And having to talk with Seamus, who was his, like, father figure, when his father died, would have, like, helped her a little bit. But it was also because she needed to talk to someone to relay what she was feeling at that moment. Where she would have confessed that she loved Xander for so much that it hurts that he's not there anymore and that she's still alive. And she would have like resented him for being this selfish because she has been selfish her whole life, and having to like let him go and set him out to sea was the most selfless thing that she's done, because in all her life she kept choosing herself, and for the first time she let the person that she loved the most let go because she's been this selfish. She has to be her most selfless person because she's willing to give that to the person that she loves the most. And it would have like crushed her because he's done the most selfish thing a person could do. And so what she would do as a retaliation to that, in a most loving and such declaration of love for this guy, is that she will continue on living, being on that island, working at the gourd, working as a co-captain, working until all of Xander's worries, which she thought were worries, are put to rest. When the school is done, when she becomes maybe like a teacher for this school, when she works for both the fishery and for Captain Seamus, when she becomes a co-captain watching over the gourd, looking over at fish bait with her sister, until at the very end of her life, everything is done, where all of those worries have come to rest, then she will be proud and happy and content enough to finally go ahead and see him, which could take forever. But that is her selfish request for herself, which is taking her damn time to stay alive and making sure that this time Xander is the one waiting, but this time on the afterlife. That is quote-unquote her bad ending. That is her bad ending. Which is like the biggest declaration of love a person could ever do to a person. Like her selfishness is like her bad ending, but that selfishness is made out of like just pure adoration and love. Like that was the bad ending I was plotting for her if the bad ending won. The captain was gonna go down with the ship in the bad end. Oh, then she would probably tell Maeve about this then rather than Captain Seamus. Summers was supposed to be a tragic hero who would have died in the final battle, but then the final battle was when I was at work, so I threw that whole idea away. Yeah, you were like asleep. Cinema, yeah. Yeah, like if what was it? When Drew told me that Xander was planning on leaving, this is above the table by the way. So this was information that only I get to know, and Rory doesn't know that he was leaving. So when I knew that Xander was gonna leave because Drew told me, I already like went on ahead to make that storyline in my head where she would be as dedicated and unfaltered as she was when she first got around to meet him up until the very end. Like it's the fitting type of thing, you know? It's fitting. Where all her life she's been she's selfish, and now for the rest, or the latter half of her life, she's going to be the most selfless person you will ever meet in your life. Only for one person that she never got to be with. So yay on that part. And I'm glad that, despite that, it didn't end that way. Because she can now finally have an epilogue and have fun and enjoy. Because I think the epilogue would just be her having to help out with everybody. What is happening with my dog? But yeah, that was what I was planning. But okay, wait, chill. I wanna know, like, how much did you know about like their storyline? Because only a few